There you go. Good. Good. Just like that. Excellent. Excellent. Very good. Very good. Very good. Good. Come on, Aaron. Come on, count. There you go. Hey! Let's go. 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 2, good. Go. 3, go. 4, yeah. Good push, guys. Good push.
Khamzat Chimaev's last day of training before facing Dricus Du Plessis was all about pushing himself to the absolute limit. Every drill looked like it was done with fight night in mind, making sure no part of his game was left unpolished. Here's how he wrapped up his preparation.
Jelly! Carter, get over here! Go, boss. Okay. Good. Right down. Good. Right down. Good. Go. Good.
He kicked things off on the stationary bike, but this was far from a regular cardio workout. His hands were bound with a resistance band, limiting movement, so his upper body had to fight against the tension while his legs kept pedaling. It wasn't just about stamina, it conditioned him to stay strong and composed under restriction, just like being stuck in a clinch or a tight grappling exchange. After that came a weighted ball press. Instead of going for one massive push, he focused on steady, repeated presses to keep his chest, arms, and shoulders firing without pause, perfectly simulating the constant pressure and resistance he'll face in close-quarters combat inside the cage. Next came an intense round of overhead ball slams. He hoisted a weighted ball high, hurled it forward with full force, scooped it back up, and went right into the next rep. This drill blended raw power with serious cardio, building the explosive strength required for sudden bursts, the kind you need for driving through a takedown or unleashing rapid striking combinations. He then moved on to floor work with a heavy bag. Rather than striking a bag that swings from the ceiling, he hammered it from the top position, mimicking ground and pound situations. It's an ideal way to train for delivering forceful shots while maintaining control from a dominant spot.
Go, good. That's it, go. Good.
Squat, hit that pace, you're being
Go.
Let's go, AJ.
Go, good. Go. That's it, go.
Good rhythm.
Halfway there. Good. 10.
Stay smooth.
9.
Back up.
8.
Atta boy.
7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Time.
To finish off his final day of training, he dove into fast-paced grappling rounds. These brief but intense exchanges pushed his timing, leverage, and raw strength to the limit, sharpening his technique and preparing his body for the kind of grueling scrambles that can determine the outcome of a fight.
Do the transition to the cage when it comes to fight day.
The culture of fight camps.
With that final, exhausting session complete, the focus shifted to Aaron Pico, who spent time training alongside Khamzat during camp. He wasn't just observing from the outside, he was in the thick of it, experiencing the pace, pressure, and intensity up close.
We have another.
Hello. 자, 저기가 뭐라고 해서 제가 들어오면 없어.
Pico shared that training alongside people chasing the same goal changes the entire atmosphere. When everyone in the room is striving to be the best in the world, the standard automatically rises. No one wants to be the weak link. That environment fuels a constant drive, where each workout becomes about keeping up with or surpassing the guy next to you. Meeting Khamzat for the first time left a strong impression on Pico. He quickly saw how relentless Khamzat's work ethic was. Those garage sessions with Coach Cal weren't just basic drills, they felt like silent competitions. If one man pushed the pace, the other instantly matched it. If someone tried to set a higher standard, it was met head-on. There was zero space for coasting, every minute demanded full effort and mental toughness.
Chimaev, Arman Tsarukyan, how would you say they most impacted or benefited the Aaron Pico we're going to see on fight night this Saturday?
It's just awesome to be around guys that are have the same mindset as you. You know, they're trying to be the best in the world, and they're training ridiculously hard. So to be around guys that are after the same goal as you, it just...
When Arman Tsarukyan describes his time in Khamzat Chimaev's camp, it's obvious it meant more than just lending a hand. Day in and day out, he was right there in the gym, soaking up details you only notice up close, watching Khamzat spar, seeing how crisp his striking and wrestling looked, and learning techniques he can later weave into his own game.
The bar, you know, that was the first time I ever met Khamzat and Arman. I met him prior, but Khamzat, I've never met him before, and he's a beast. I mean, he works really, really hard, and yeah, we were pushing each other. He didn't want to lose, I didn't want to lose, so I mean, we had some really good sessions in the garage with Coach Cal, and yeah, it's just an honor to be around guys that are trying to be the best in the world, and it keeps you sharp.
Still, even in such an intense training environment, Arman isn't trying to go full tilt with Khamzat. The size gap is just too big. Their sessions together are lighter, more technical. He leaves the heavy sparring to the bigger athletes and instead focuses on being in his corner, offering advice, and closely observing how a fighter like Khamzat fine-tunes for a major bout.
It's very good to be on his team, you know, and to help him as much as possible, and to learn something new from him, because he's such a high-level fighter, and his striking is good, wrestling is good, you know. I watch his sparrings and to get some techniques from him, you know, and to my future.
Arman clearly holds Khamzat in high regard. It's obvious he's not just there as a buddy, he's studying him in real time, picking up lessons on what it takes to compete at the very top. That kind of first-hand knowledge is priceless, and Arman intends to carry it into his own career. Off the back of Arman's comments about soaking up Khamzat's training, Brendan Shaw pivots straight to a topic fans constantly bring up: Khamzat's cardio. He admits it was the first thing he asked about when watching him train, since everyone's been questioning whether endurance could be a factor against Dricus Du Plessis. But from everything he's heard, conditioning isn't even close to being a concern anymore.
Obviously, he's a bit bigger, so can you tell us, how does it work when you're sparring or training directly with Khamzat? How do you compete with him?
No, I don't go live with him. It's impossible for me. I'm too small, and we're just playing. Sometimes we're playing together, but never go live. And he has big guys who he does sparring with, and I'm just cornering him and helping him.
How do you see him defeating Dricus next Saturday?
It's a finish in the first round.
Trust me, Shaw notes how online chatter often claims that if Khamzat doesn't get Dricus out of there in the first round, the momentum flips. But after watching Khamzat's preparation up close, Shaw is convinced he's a threat from bell to bell. He admits cardio used to be a question mark, especially with Khamzat's past lung issues, but says those concerns are firmly in the rearview now.
The first thing I said to the boys when we were watching Khamzat train, I'm like, how's it, you know, because especially what I do at breakdown fights, I'm like, how's his cardio? Like, buddy, not an issue at all. Because I was like, my biggest thing for him going to the DDP fight, DDP's a big dude, durable, so that how's Khamzat going to be in the 4th and 5th round? They're like, trust me, not.
What really grabs Shaw's attention is the size factor. Dricus isn't just large for the division. At around 240 pounds, he's a massive, durable, and awkward puzzle to solve. Shah believes the true proving ground will come in the championship rounds. If Khamzat can keep pouring on pressure deep into the 4th and 5th, and even threaten a finish that late, it would show he's operating on an entirely different level.
Shit.
We see everybody on the internet talking about if DDP doesn't get finished in the first round, it's going to be hard for Khamzat. And they said that if Khamzat can obviously win, he's going to win in the first round. Me personally, I think Khamzat could kill him in any round. I think Khamzat's the most explosive fighter in the UFC.
No doubt. Listen, all bias aside, like I was a fan of Khamzat, and I've been on his train for a little bit. But the knock on him was the cardio, right? Which, he had long COVID.
Tim Welch emphasizes that Khamzat's training intensity is on a completely different level. He's explosive right from the start, able to go from 0 to full speed in an instant. Welch explains that this kind of pace comes from elite conditioning paired with razor-sharp wrestling. He also notes that Khamzat doesn't shoot for takedowns half-heartedly. Every entry is fast, powerful, and deliberate, even when he launches from what seems like an impossible distance.
Issues with his lung stuff, which is completely fixed now. And then see him in here, it's like, God, he's such a monster. But that being said, against DDP, like DDP is, like Khamzat's big, right? Khamzat's big. DDP's my size. I don't know if you know.
No way.
You seen the picture of him and Bisping? Bisping's a big dude. DDP dwarfs big. DDP walks around about 240. I'm 240 right now.
At what weight class he fight?
Light heavy. DDP's huge. So he's durable and unorthodox. So the odds makers are going to say, the first round, of course, if Khamzat wins, and if it ends before 2 rounds, it's Khamzat all day. I would extend that after seeing this to even the first 3 rounds. 4 and 5 is what I want to see. I want to see Khamzat in the 4th and 5th. And if Khamzat's lighting his ass up, because DDP is going to be tough to finish. So if
his training makes it clear just how relentless he is inside the cage. Welch highlights Khamzat's ability to stay locked in, flowing smoothly from one dominant position to another without ever letting his opponent breathe. Even if someone slips out of a hold, Khamzat is instantly back on them, showing a mix of endurance, precision, and perfect timing that few fighters can match.
This guy's a freak show. Khamzat Chimaev, probably one of the scariest dudes the UFC has ever seen. Look how far he's shooting. Look how fast he did that. Round 1 against Robert Whittaker. Freak show. This guy's amazing.
Welch also points out how physically punishing Khamzat's style can be. He's constantly fighting for grips and hip control, and that's no coincidence. It's something ingrained through endless drilling. What makes him so difficult to deal with isn't just raw strength, but a mix of technical wrestling IQ and athleticism that makes him nearly impossible to shake once he latches on.
Out. Look at the reshot. As soon as he scrambles out, doesn't even give him a second. Not like I'm worried about my cardio. It's 5 rounds. I'll maybe let him up, set up another shot. Bobby Knuckles scrambles out. Look at this reshot. Boom. Reshot right away. To the double, pulls it out, crawls up to the hips. Tight wrist ride. God, this guy's a monster. Monster!
Even when a fight drags into the later rounds, Khamzat's conditioning allows him to keep pressing forward. Welch notes how draining it is to maintain back control the way Khamzat does, yet he's built to handle it. That kind of endurance is proof of both his grueling training regimen and his mental toughness.
Far he's shooting. This is about 2-3 feet away. This is not a good setup. But when you're relentless and you're strong and you're an explosive athlete like Khamzat Chimaev, he just got to touch you. Shoots low on the ankles. And as soon as he touches the legs, he doesn't hang out in the legs more than not even a whole second. Touches the legs, crawls up to the hips right away. Got a body lock. Strong body lock. Hops onto the back like he always does. He's going to do it to Dricus too. Can Dricus shut it down? We're going to find out.
Welch closes by noting that going up against Khamzat means trying to keep up with a pace few can handle. His training fuels an explosive energy and deep gas tank that quickly grinds opponents down. That non-stop, high-pressure style is exactly what makes him such a dangerous presence in the cage.
Usman's doing such a good job. And look at Khamzat's just emptying the tank when he's trying to get these squeezes. Soften him up a bit, trying to get under the chin.
Now we hear from Khamzat himself about his mindset going into the fight. He speaks on the mental side of carrying this moment, how it's been years in the making, filled with hard work and anticipation. Despite the long wait, he's remained patient and confident that everything is happening at the right time. He says he's fully prepared now, both physically and mentally, to seize the opportunity.
Usman moves southpaw, Khamzat orthodox, which Dricus will be doing a lot. Dricus blitzes from these random stances. He'll blitz forward, just run at you with combos. So he's slowing down a little bit. I mean, that just shows you Khamzat did get tired that first round a bit. Has to pace himself. Couldn't take him out. Knowing that if he takes him down, he's going to be hard to finish. And short notice, taking a fight like that and surviving versus Khamzat, and he made it a very close fight. I really wish we could have seen 2 more rounds with that. Who knows what had happened? But again, Dricus is not afraid to empty the tank in the first round and fight with heart. A lot of Dricus's fights, it looks like he's absolutely zapped after the first, second round, but he's just used to being there. He's familiar with being completely gassed out and just showing his heart. Whew.
Does it feel different just because of, like, we've been waiting a long time for this. I've been waiting a long time for this. Have you? Like, does it feel like I'm finally here? Does it feel different?
Yeah, but that's pretty long time, but still, like, yeah, I believe in God, so he has his plans, but I had my plans, like, in my man, and like my man, like, was supposed to fight like 2 years ago for the belt, but yeah, but I'm happy. I'm happy to know I'm fighting right now.
When asked whether he expects a quick finish or a drawn-out war, Khamzat makes it clear he's prepared for either outcome. His training has pushed him to go all in no matter how long the fight lasts. Whether it ends in the opening minutes or goes the full distance, he's confident in both his conditioning and his skill set, and that confidence shows when he talks about being ready for every scenario.
I mean, you've had to work so hard to get here. Do you think that the final step is going to be over quickly, or do you feel like there's going to be a lot of adversity in this fight?
I'm gonna go all in, like always does, so we will see if it's gonna go fast. It's gonna be fast, but if it goes for 5 rounds, I will be ready. I'm fighting there 5 rounds.
That's where Khamzat stands, locked in, healthy, and sharpening every tool as fight night approaches. The question now is for you. Do you think he's ready to take the title, or are there obstacles ahead that could slow him down? Share your thoughts in the comments, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one.